Hello, hello, you guys. You know who it is. Chanel London here with Fashion Talk TV. Did you miss me? I missed you. I know you guys were here last week. You joined us. We were talking about fashion, and we had the wonderful Miss Bowling and Mr. Bowling here at the studio talking about Fashion Week and their upcoming fashion show. So, in case you missed that segment, I'm here to remind you that February 11th, we will be in Atlantic City for Atlantic City Fashion Week, and I will be one of the designers. So, make sure you stay tuned. And coming back, we will be meeting with Dr. Brooks and the wonderful Fortune 5 Waters. Stay tuned. There's one thing in life that will never change: power. The power to be who you are, unapologetic, beautiful, strong, even when they don't know you and they know you. Who are you? Kashella Karor. All right, you guys, we are back from that short commercial break, and I sure do hope you enjoyed that commercial. Don't forget to check out the Kashella Karor line at Atlanta City Fashion Week this February 11th, 2022. You guys, brand new year, so many things coming, and I'm really excited about it. I hope that you are as well. But today, we are talking about branding, waters, doctors, and a whole bunch of other good stuff that I'm going to skate on in. So I hope you're ready because today's guest is none other than Miss Dr. Brooks of Fortune 5 Waters. Hi, Miss Brooks.
Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you today?
I'm amazing. I'm amazing.
Great,
Thank
great,
you.
great.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, no, I appreciate you coming. You know, it's always a blessing to have you in the building.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. So I wanted to bring you onto the show today because I have been like following you for years. We've been knowing each other for a while now. And I've been so impressed by your business, your branding, and just everything about you. So tell my guests a little bit about yourself, Miss Dr. Brooks.
Well, first, I just want to say how proud I am of. I'm so proud of you.
Oh.
I watch you as well. I've seen you grow from here to there. I've seen some of your fashion lines, your fashion shows. I know some of the things that you've gone through as a testimony. So I am truly impressed.
Oh.
And you inspired me as well. So I'm truly grateful for the
Whoa.
opportunity to be here with you this evening.
Thank you. That means the world to me because what you guys don't know is like, this is my serious confidant. You hear me? Like, when it's all screwed up, that baby keep me off the ledge. You hear me? So today though, I'm glad she's happy for me, but today we're going to talk about her because she has a wonderful alkaline-based water company that I adore. And for you guys who don't know me, just a little bit of background, I do have what's called lupus, okay? And lupus is an autoimmune disease that is kind of, it's really tricky. It marks a lot of different things. But one thing that Miss Brooks, Dr. Brooks, taught me about my health and lupus was that I needed to change what I was intaking into my body. And alkaline was one of the things that she talked to me about the most. Mm-hmm. So with your alkaline-based water company, tell us a little bit more about it, because I'm sure our guests are just like, what's happening? Tell me about the water.
Well, I started in 2014, and I've always been in business for myself. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always been a big fan of branding, a big fan of marketing. It really excites me to see where people are in business, in their transition, in their purpose. Because God spoke to me years ago about business and how to be more proactive in my community and be meaningful by what I do. So I've always had this mindset of being upscale. I've always had that type of upbringing with me. So I definitely wanted to be into something that can resonate what I was raised around, and how my mom raised me, and just what I saw in a product and what I thought the world should look like around me. So in that, with Fortune 5 Water, I can say I'm a serial entrepreneur. I used to own a spa in DuPont Circle. I was into real estate. A nonprofit organization. I used to own a club and nightclub and bar and restaurant. So I've done a little bit of everything you can think of. I've pretty much done it. So now I'm into more importing and exporting, from produce to beverages to gold mining, raw materials and things like that. So I have a lot of international contacts that I kind of deal with at this point. But as far as Fortune 5 is concerned, it is water. It is a natural spring alkaline water, and a lot of people don't know the differences, what alkaline water is and how and what the differences are. It does depend upon the source as to where you get the source from. So our product comes from the Appalachian Mountains. The pH level is a minimum of 7.8 that we have to report, but it's really around 8.4. Okay. So I wanted to kind of stay within that range of luxury. So therefore it's in the glass, which retains the integrity of the product a lot better because it is in glass. And as you had mentioned before about you having temporary lupus.
See, you guys, that's why I love her so much. Because she said, we're not going to put that into the atmosphere. We're not claiming that.
No, we're not.
The alkaline going to switch it all around.
So for people who don't know and understand what alkaline is, the body level is a natural 7.35. That's natural for your body type, because our bodies are naturally made of water, 70%, 75% of water. And alkaline neutralizes acid. It also flushes out a lot of toxicity that's within the body on a cellular level. So there's a lot of water-based companies that are out there that are claiming that they're alkaline. However, some of those bottles of water out there, they have expiration dates on them. And it's not because the water expires, because water doesn't expire. We know that. But what they did to it does.
Is that like the packaging, because they're putting it in plastic?
Well, what's happening is that if they're saying that they're alkaline, there's filters and filtration processes that processes the water at a certain level, kind of like your Brita filters that you will find, like say in your kitchen sink. And you could turn the dial and turn the pH level up or down, or kind of modify or manipulate the process of how the water molecules reconstruct, right? So in that, you can manipulate that. So they just do it on a larger scale, on a commercial level.
Got it.
So they have bigger machines that can filtrate the water process and to change in the water molecule structure into being a higher pH than what normal. So let me give you an example. You have a soda bottle, right? If you open up a bottle of soda and you let it sit long enough, it goes flat, right? Well, it doesn't go flat. It goes back to its natural state. So it's the same exact thing for anything that you manipulate. Anything that you manipulate, if it has a natural base that it came from, it's going to try to go back to its natural state. So that's why a lot of times, a lot of the alkaline waters that are out there, they'll go back to being tap water after a while.
And speaking of natural state, just to kind of, because you know me, I'm all about fashion, you know, and so I think about your waters at times, and I'm like, you know, this has got to be awesome for people who are trying to watch their weight, or, you know, kind of, I don't know, doctor out how they're going to exhume their image out to the world. So would you say, as a model, whether you're a plus size model or a small model, would you say that this type of water would be good for them with all the running that they do? I'm sure they get dehydrated and things like that. Would you say this would be
really
good
helps
for them?
on the hydration level, on the cellular level, because a lot of times, a lot of the waters that are out there, they have what's called biocarbonated sodium. And anything that has sodium in it or that is sodium is salt. So if it dehydrates you, same exact way as alcohol does. It dehydrates you. However, if you drink natural spring alkaline water or alkaline water base, it rehydrates you on a cellular level. So therefore, it hydrates you properly. So whether you're plus size and you're anemic or whatever the case is, there's a lot of people who have acid reflux, that have heartburn, that cannot eat certain foods like tomatoes and spaghettis and pizzas and things like that. They'll have heartburn. But because alkaline water alkalinizes and it neutralizes the effects of what heartburn, like say for instance, Alka-Seltzer Plus, Alka, it comes from that same prefix of alkalinizing or neutralizing something.
Okay.
Our water is about an 8.4, as I said before, naturally. However, we report 7.8, which is the bottom number that we can report. But some people think the higher up you go, we have a 9.5, we have a 10. Some people think the higher up you go, the better off you are. In some cases, in some instances, it is. But you don't want to go too high, because though alkaline neutralizes acid, it also can neutralize the acid in your stomach as well, while you're trying to digest your food, and you can have digestive problems.
Oh, so y'all hear that? This water is not just for people that have like autoimmune situations like myself, but it's also good to hydrate if you're a person who's busy, like moms.
I have chefs
deal
that
with
cook
a lot
with the
of models.
water. I have chefs that cook with the water. I have people that call me for events, birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, you name it. We pretty much service a large portion of the upscale environment for our product. Would you like to see it?
I would. So we are definitely going to be looking at her bottles right now, you guys. But I just want to recap and let you know that, in me being in fashion and doing for a lot of models, I've noticed that they tend to get dehydrated really fast being there on the runway. So I just want to say to the producers of these fashion shows, if you're checking out our show right now, you may want to start providing these bottles for your staff, for your models, and for your designers. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I get pretty parched in the back, And
it's also good for the fashion shows, period, because the way that the bottle looks is though it's a glass bottle, we have a cork. So you can unwound the top portion of it, and you pop the top off and pop it back on at will. And it's great for events and birthdays, as I said, fashion shows. We sometimes have clients that will call in that will want the bottles by the case of 12, and then they'll have a hang tag off of it that talks about their event, or Fashion Talk TV, thank you for coming out, or something, a welcome, cool. or thank you, trinket or something. We have done shows, let's say VIP sections for the Grammys, BET Awards, things like that. So quite a few celebrities have it. People can follow us and reach out to us on social media. We're at Fortune and the number 5 water. For social media on Twitter, Instagram, and you know what? They still have MySpace, and we're on MySpace too.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about MySpace. Well, she's taking it back.
MySpace.
You guys, but listen, you guys, you're wondering, it's Fashion Talk TV, and we're talking about water. Well, again, because I wanted to give you guys that snippet about the waters and how it can help with models and designers and things like that to keep them hydrated while they're running around being busy. But at the end of the day, you guys, seriously though, look at this bottle. The bottle itself is fashionable. I mean, come on, it's gold. I am just impressed. But the thing is, you guys haven't seen all of her bottles. We're going to put some pictures up later on to show you like a variety of the bottles that she has, because I know when we did what was it? It was alkaline over alcohol. Right?
We did a fashion shoot for that.
We did a fashion shoot for that together. And you guys, the bottles had like dresses coming up off of it. It was just amazing. So I just want to, before we go into a quick break, I just want to talk about that, the alkaline over alcohol.
Well, that was a campaign that we were running with at one point. We did a really good fashion shoot for that. It was mainly for the prom season, because I bling out the bottles, the tall bottles. I bling out the tall bottles for prom goers, which is for prom girls and guys or whatever. And the concept was alcohol over alkaline. Well, no, alkaline over alcohol concept. It was because a lot of the teenagers, when they drive away from home or leaving the event and so forth, they drive away maybe drinking or driving drunk or something. So the casualty rate for prom goers and graduation and spring breaks and things like that, the casualty level of these teenagers are really high. And as far as the crashing and getting into car accidents and things like that. So
because they're drinking.
Exactly.
And
So,
at the
but if
end
they
of
had
the-
the concept of looking like they are drinking something, but
Right.
it's still water at the same time, it's the concept. So we did a really great campaign. I guess about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. It's been
that long, and I wanted to bring it up again because I feel like this prom season coming up, COVID has kind of died down a lot. Maybe they're going to go ahead and go back into doing their prom seasons
Right.
and things like that. And I would like to see the alkaline over alcohol come back. Because at the end of the day, you're right. They're just trying to look cool.
That's
They
and
have
that's no idea
all
what the concept
it's about.
is,
The
and
bottles of liquor
consequences.
look cool, and it seems like it's cool to drink. And okay, so fake it till you make it, right? So fake it till you make it to over 21. You can look cool, but this is water, okay? So you're being safe, and I just think that her coming up, Dr. Brooks coming up with that idea, is just amazing. So if you were to bring this back for 2022, let's talk about branding. How would you rebrand bringing that back to the prom season?
Well, first I would definitely go into social media really heavily and start marketing the hashtags and so forth for prom 2022. Visit some of the schools, or even sending out some samples and getting into the fundraiser packages. Remember those fundraiser packages back in the day?
Those were the bomb.
And sending out those cookies and the pizzas and things like that.
Oh my goodness,
So,
the Katie
Katie
did.
did. Oh gosh, yeah. So getting into that, the fundraiser, and then also getting some consulting tips from you.
Oh.
On how we should do that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm definitely interested in doing something like that for sure. Not just for the prom season, but just moving forward and just being a part of the community as a woman of color that's in the food and beverage industry, which is very, very hard.
I was going to say.
It's very challenging, especially with the brand. So I had to come up with this creative branding process in order for me to be in a position to look the par and still separate myself from the brand, even though the brand belongs to me, but the product belongs to the people. It belongs to the community. It belongs to the world, the global marketplace. So when you detach yourself from your product in such a way to where you know that it belongs to the community, it belongs to the world, then you can successfully move forward, and you be okay with releasing it and letting it go away from you, rather than, because at first in the beginning I had this clutch on it, like, oh no, this is mine. But at the same time, I had to learn how to brand. I had to learn how to let go. I had to learn how to trust God and trust myself.
I think that's the biggest thing for me, learning how to trust God, letting go, and trusting yourself. I think that is amazing that you put it in that order. Because a lot of times, we get discouraged with ourselves, and because things don't happen when we think this should happen, we get discouraged with God.
Well, once I identified what my motive was, then at that point I started to have a relationship with God's voice. So when you have a relationship with his voice, not tradition, not this, not that, not people, and not what you think, I'm not going to say about church, is that church is church, I get that, but when you have a relationship with God himself, he will give you the direction. So it doesn't matter how far you've come, doesn't matter how much further you have to endure, he'll put you in a position of equity. And once you are in that place, then you can hear from him clearly, not only just about the brand. It's not about the brand, because at the end of the day, nobody on earth can create water but him.
Amen.
So,
and with that said, I'm sorry.
No.
Cut you
Go
off.
ahead. With that said,
with that said, yes, God is the creator of exactly what you have embodied here into this bottle, and I think that it is amazing. And we do have to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to continue to talk to Ms. Brooks about Fortune 5 Waters. And we're also going to have another guest. And when we bring that guest in, I'm going to see, if she likes the Fortune 5 Waters, what she think about it. And maybe she'll want to, offer that in some of the places that she goes to.
I
don't know.
received that.
You'll receive
I
that?
received that.
Because for right now, though, your bottles are you said they're in Walmart online.
Online Walmart. We just signed a great contract with Uber Eats. So, yes.
So hold on. So basically, I can go on my phone right now and I want to drink some water. So I can go on Uber Eats and just...
You can go on Uber Eats next Monday.
Next Monday. Okay. So next Monday, we can go on Uber Eats and we can order this water. I mean, I just stay so amazed.
And the website as well, because the website is fortune5company.com. Company is spelled out, Fortune and the number 5 company. So we branded the Fortune 5 brand. It's not just water. So it's a whole brand. And that's where the fashion part comes in, because we have some other things that we're excited about that represents the Fortune 5 brand.
Because the dresses and stuff. Now, hold on. Tell me something. When the bottles have those dresses coming off of it and the jewels and diamonds and pearls and things like that, you're doing that. Are you doing that?
I am.
That is you. I knew it. Well, I learned from
you.
She's creative. I know. I'm like, hold on now. I'm rubbing off, because at the end of the day, those bottles look like someone put their love into it.
I did.
But for branding purposes, that's just like your sample.
Well, I did that for prom. That was the reason why I started with the prom.
Gotcha.
So then I started doing things for embassies and things like that. The Embassy of New Zealand, the Embassy of France, the Embassy of Grenada, and weddings as well. So it just depends on your color scheme. And I can pretty much put it together with real jewels encased on the product. So
that's what I was just getting ready to ask you. So let's say I live in Dubai and I'm having an event, and I want everything in my event to be the colors of, whatever is in my particular culture. So you can capture a bottle to speak to that person.
Oh, absolutely. Every bottle is unique. No bottle is ever going to be the same.
No bottle is ever the same. Now, are all bottles in glass? Do you have are they versatile at all?
All glass.
All glass. All glass. Okay.
We have 2 different sizes. This is the typical standard size of 12.7 ounce. And then we also have the 750 mLs, which is your 25 ounces, which is your larger bottles.
Okay.
And that's more so, as I said, it's kind of like the same bottle as your wine bottles, if you will. So when you go into restaurants and so forth, you can, have that one bottle for a table 2 or even bottle services at a lounge or something like that.
Got it. And I do believe you have it on shipment too, where people can get it just shipped to their house.
Oh, absolutely.
Every month.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Auto ship.
Yeah. There we go. So you guys, I just want to tell you, I'm super, super amazed with Dr. Brooks as an African-American woman whom is a chemist and have come up with this alkaline water-based company. It is amazing. And I want us to talk a little bit more about this and bring in our special guests, as I said before. So we're going to take another commercial break, but don't you change that dial, because you know what happens when you do, right? I come find you, right? And I'm going to come make you drink some water. Stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Tania McQueen. I'm the Residential Services Manager for Prestige Community Resources.
What our new facilities are respite centers. We're opening 2 in the city right now. Hopefully we'll expand to more. But respite centers are a place where people can come and get a little additional support with their mental health. Our one on Eastern Avenue is for men, and our one on Minnesota Avenue is for women. Our facilities are for all DC residents, especially focusing in on those in Ward 7 and 8. So they're really nice, and I'm excited for consumers to actually see them. What are the services that we're going to provide? Therapy, case management, medication management, all provided by professional staff, a licensed nurse practitioner, psychiatrists, sociologists, social workers, and then our paraprofessionals, our case managers. It's just a place where you can come and get the supports that you need to work on your personal goals, as well as to get your mental health straight. Simple, single adult, 18 years of age or older, a DC resident. You need to have insurance, but if you don't have it, it's okay. Still come, we'll work on getting you insurance. Have to have a negative COVID test, a negative TB test, and be willing to work on your mental health. For more information about respite services, you can contact us at 202-796-5655. 5,000, or hit us up on our website at www.prestigecommunityresources.org.
Did you stay tuned? I think you did, right? Because I see you. And we have so much more to talk about. So I'm happy that you're still here. You guys, I need you all to welcome my next guest. Hello, how are
there.
you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing okay. So I need you to please introduce yourself to my guest here.
Well, my name is Yolanda. I am a native of the DMV, and I'm a stylist here at Unique Cuts in Forestville, Maryland. And I also do a lot of community service. I have a nonprofit, ARC 365 DMV, where we serve the community 365 days a year, 365 days a year for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I'm also a mentor in church for young girls, and I serve on a scholarship ministry, so we make sure kids can get that education, which is a big plus.
Yes, I love that. You know, I still have some young ones. I have a 5-year-old that, you know, I don't know what she wants to be right now. And I think it's going to be gymnastics or ballet. I don't know. But we definitely need to come see you when she gets up into high school age for these scholarships.
She can
that
come
is
at
amazing.
7.
Oh, at 7?
She can start with me at 7 in my mentor group at church. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hold on. Did you guys hear that? So if you have a young lady or young man, 7 years old plus, they can enter into her mentorship program and even build up to get scholarships for college, you guys. They're doing amazing things. Tell me the name of your church.
My church is New Samaritan Baptist Church on Florida Avenue. We're 1100 Florida Avenue Northeast. We're right in the middle of the block beside Gallaudet University.
Oh, and don't get it twisted, you guys. They had an amazing fashion show some weeks ago, okay? So I'm just going to tell you guys that is the place to be. They are here for the community. They are here for the youth. And they're making things happen.
Absolutely.
Yes. And today she's here to tell us about a very special event coming up. So tell me about that.
Yes. Well, we have 2 big special events. Of course, you know, with COVID going on and with this weather changing so soon, our first event, we're doing a coat drive. Okay. So we actually are taking coats on Saturdays and Sundays, and just to make sure that no one this season goes cold. Because it's such a hardship this year, and we just want to make sure everything is covered without no hesitation. So, and then our second one is definitely a dear to my heart because it's with our ministry, the Daughters of Destiny.
Okay.
And we mentor girls from the ages of 7 to 17, and we try to make sure we definitely give them a faith base. We start with that most definitely. We always do faith-based first. And we try to make sure we have our big project now. It's called the Andrea Project. Okay. And we're actually taking our theme this year is the Purse with a Purpose.
Purse with the Purpose.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And this is we're collecting used handbags, or if someone wants to donate for new bags, we asking for donations as far as our toiletries, anything that can go into a purse, the hand size, anything, you know, the hand warmers, of course, women. Cadence of women, we want to look good, so we want some mirrors and chapsticks and lotions and things of that nature just to go into the purse because we want to bless the women this year.
So you're taking in donations in regards to coats, and you're taking in donation in regards to the bags.
Yes.
So is it fair to say that you will also be taking donations for little things that can go in the bags, the trinkets that you're talking about?
Absolutely.
So you guys don't stop at just the coat.
No,
don't
absolutely.
stop at just the bag. Keep it going.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm about ready to donate some wigs. Okay.
All right.
No,
ma'am.
seriously, I have a bag of wigs in my salon that I've been trying to figure out what to do with them. So I think it would be wonderful to just go ahead and donate those wigs to you guys.
Oh, that's definitely not a problem. We can take those and we can donate those to some of the, because we are working with a few different nonprofit organizations that we're going to give this stuff to. So that's definitely, I'm quite sure we can use those and bless some beautiful women.
Thank you.
Especially for the holidays.
Good.
Absolutely.
I will definitely be doing that. That's the one thing I can
Absolutely.
give back. So, with that being said, tell me a little bit more about that fashion show that you guys had.
Oh my gosh, the fashion show, it was just so wonderful because we had everyone, including our our bishop participated.
Okay,
also,
Bishop.
and our first lady, everybody decided they wanted to walk. We had some young folks that doesn't have their own line that like to do stuff, and of course, it was a lot of different things. We did touched on a bunch of different cultures because, of course, being in DC, you have a lot of different cultures that's within the church. So we make sure we catered to everyone. And when I say the fashion, we had the bling going on, the nice prom dresses. Well, if you want to go to the church, we had your nice dresses, your coats, and everything. So the kids bought it, and they did everything on their own. So we just say, bring it.
That is amazing, you guys. The youth is amazing. And when you can get them together and help them accomplish things like that, I mean, it builds so much character for them.
Absolutely.
You know? And it's funny because I had a few segments about the youth, one about the pants on the ground, and we were talking about what can we do to encourage them to pull them pants up, you know? And the end of that, I just basically said, you know, if the girls tell them no, then maybe they'll pull the pants up. Like, no, I won't go on a date with you. You got to pull your pants up first, you know? And then we had our guests that do fashion shows all the time. So we were just kind of talking about that and how the church plays a part in all of that, you know? Remember the basement church fashion shows and things like that? I mean, that kept us going, you guys, you know? So, you know, I'm really happy that your church is doing the things for the youth and that the coat drive and everything is going to pop off. You know, and at the end of the day, you guys, don't forget that if you don't have a coat, and you correct me if I'm wrong, if you don't have a coat, you're welcome to bring a blanket maybe, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll take all donations.
all donations.
All donations, because we are a church base that we love to serve the community. So even on Wednesdays, we give out food on Wednesdays also.
Okay.
So we never stop giving.
Are you going to be doing anything for Thanksgiving?
We just did. We gave out our Thanksgiving baskets on Saturday, and it was, oh my gosh, it was such a blessing. We gave out over 600 baskets. It was a blessing for the community.
My goodness,
so we
that's
love do everything for the community.
You guys, that's amazing, you know, and if your church haven't done it, if you haven't done it, get out there, do some outreach, you know, join her, do more coat drives, you know. I know the turkeys are about $80 this year, which is crazy. But see if you can get some people to go in half and half when you cut up that turkey and pass it out, okay? We have to give back to the community. We really do.
Absolutely.
And so I see you're very fashionable, so I wanted to ask you a couple of fashion questions. So, designer-wise, who would you say is your go-to designer for a cold winter day? It's raining outside. What designer would you go to?
I'm going to be honest. Right now, I'm doing all the urban designers.
Hey now.
So my biggest thing right now is BTDT clothing line.
Okay.
Which is an African-American clothing line. And his coats are amazing.
Okay.
He do all embroidery and everything. So I don't mind representing that right now.
Okay. And what's his name again?
His name is Joseph Tolliver. The coat line is BTDT. And it's called Been There, Done That.
Been There, Done That.
Yes, and he serves the community also.
You know.
I'm surrounded by a lot of people that serve the community. We are definitely about community no matter where I'm at. Whether I'm in a salon doing hair or I'm just out on the street, even in the grocery store. I'm talking about somebody community service or which can you do? How can I help you? It's all about giving back.
Okay.
Because if too much is given, much is required. So with that being said, I'm definitely God-fearing woman. So I'm not going to sit back and be like, oh, yeah, I'm taking everything for granted. No, I'm going to give back. Even if I don't have it to give, I'm going to give it back regardless.
Amen. That's why God blesses us when we do it that way.
Absolutely.
So, community youth designer. Do you have any of those around that you would support right now? A young person that's
I'm going to be
doing
honest,
clothes.
I haven't came across any yet.
You haven't?
No.
Where y'all at?
Nah, I haven't
Come
come
on,
across
designers. Come on, young designers now. I need you guys in the DMV to show your faces because I need to know who you are. She needs to know who you are so that we can support you. So if you have any designs that you have made for yourself, if you have a brand that you would like to put out there for yourself, I need you to contact me at fashiontalktv.com. That way we can get you on the show and introduce you to wonderful people so that they can support your brand. All right. So now I'm going to read and ask myself those questions, right? Okay. So it's saying, on a cold day, who would I go with? Rain. I'm going to go with You know what? I'm still a Timberland person. I don't care. I'll still go for a Timberland coat. Or let's see. Oh, do you guys remember? Oh my goodness, I'm trying to get the name of it. It was somebody Goose from back in the day.
Triple Fat Goose.
Triple Fat
Yes.
Goose. Do y'all remember Triple Fat Goose? Hold on. Triple Fat Goose and Parasucos.
Yes, Triple Fat Goose you can still get online.
Oh, you can?
Absolutely.
No, you
still-
can't. For
yes,
real?
you can. You can still get
Hold
coats
on,
online.
let me see right now. I'm going on Amazon and see if you can get Triple Fat Goose. You know, because that brand will keep you just as warm and
Absolutely.
dry.
Yes.
Okay.
No
okay.
matter what, you was good.
Summer day, hot summer day, and you are going to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Name a designer you would take for that.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna get hard around here. Tricky, tricky, tricky.
Oh, that's a good question because I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just shop everywhere, so I'm not. It's not one particular designer that I go with.
Are you like, see, that's what I was waiting for.
So
I was waiting for that. part right there.
I mix and match. If I go online, see somebody, I do that. If I see something in the store, I get it too. So I just mix and match.
So are you a woman of my likings? Do you love the thrift store?
Yes.
Hello.
I was just in a thrift store earlier today, so
You
don't
guys,
get it twisted. I bought a
Don't
nice
sleep
little
on the
jacket.
thrift stores, you guys, for real. If you go into a thrift store and you can get like 5 jean coats and slice them up and make them into one if you know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You know, and if you go further out into the suburbs, you can get yourself a nice, good, expensive anything for about $5. So that's just a little secret, you guys. You got to shop and you got to shop smart. So for me, see, summertime, I'm going to say Kashella Karor. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. So Kashella Karor is my collection,
Okay.
and I love summertime, so I'm always doing something fun and funky for the summer, but I have to pick outside myself. So let's see. I think I would probably go with Vera Wang. She has a lot of pretty things,
Okay.
That's
yes, she does.
spring and summer.
She does. She
Yeah.
does.
So tell me a little bit about your salon. You said you do have a salon here?
Yes, over in Forestville on Marble Pike, Unique Cuts Hair Studio. It is a mixture because we have barbers and stylists.
Oh,
Yes.
in one building.
In one building.
That's hot.
In one building, we have barbers and stylists that, we cater to everyone. We do the kids, the seniors, working class, retired, even folks that have disabilities. We are able to take you with a wheelchair, put you up to shampoo bowls, haircuts, everything. So we do it all.
You know, I absolutely adore that, okay? Because one of the biggest things in my salon that I continue to push is giving back to my disabled community and giving back to my veterans. So, sister, I'm here with you. We have to treat them just the same as we do everybody else. So that's amazing.
Yes, because I also for that. Even with that being said, I just spoke for it's so cute. It was a pageant for little girls, for natural hair care.
Oh, cool.
It was a natural hair beauty pageant for little girls this past Saturday, and I actually spoke and gave them a few tips on natural hair and just to keep them abreast, saying, look, okay, even though you got your natural hair, just wear it.
You know what? Because with us, that's a very strong point in a child's life is when you learn how to do your own hair and care for your own hair. You guys, that's a big thing. No different than how you keep up your clothing, how you upkeep yourself, pull your pants up, do your hair. It all matters, you guys. And today, I'm so happy that we got to talk about it all. We are going to have to leave you guys again just for a little while for a short commercial break. So again, you know my rule. You know my rule, right? My rule is stay on my channel, because if you skip off and you go over there, you just might miss something, you guys, and you don't want to miss what we got coming up next. So just hold on for another short commercial break, and we will be right back with Miss Brooks and all of our other special guests. Stay tuned. Peripheral vision. I'm thinking I'm seeing this, but what were you doing? You were doing something else? Oh. So what was I seeing? Because
I saw that too when I was over here.
you can see the hand closed. So that's why I was like, okay, it must be time to wrap up the what's the name? Okay. Oh, well, what the heck was I seeing? Okay. I was getting ready to, but I thought I saw a 30. Oh, well, we're going to bring them back out. Okay. I meant to, did you get the link thing for the Fashion Week commercial? It should have been just numbers, like a link. I sent that earlier. It was supposed to go on last week's show. It's okay. I'll resend it. Okay. I hope I ain't oily or something. What? Okay, so I got y'all two together.
It is key that you mind your mental health.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing this week? Hi.
Use the 5 keys to mental movement.
Really monumental week for me. I realized that I was not
This one's not open.
Reaching out.
Oh, I thought you was going to do a
positive
taste test.
attitude person self, like you guys know me to be.
So we can open one of
Staying
these?
upbeat.
Oh, can we get some cups?
Get back to that happy, cheery self you guys of me.
Oh, that's right.
Being creative.
All of the workload that we have on online learning. So I've been trying to use different platforms and different websites to help ease my mind and ease my stress.
And what about you, Margaret?
Okay.
Well, you guys know me.
Okay.
I just
I
love
think they should
to
see my
work
reaction
with
when
others and serve them.
Serving others.
Realize that when I serve
No, I'm
others,
drinking
my
out the bottle.
mind is off of myself.
Oh, that's right.
And
Okay,
don't forget
okay.
self-care
Okay,
is
okay.
key.
All right.
Self-care.
We'll open it
So see
later.
you guys next week.
Right.
Bye.
Your mind matters.
It's pushing that mic in my face. Guys, we are here with Chanel London, Ikea Chanel, or which one you want to call me. And today we're going to finish up talking to Dr. Brooks. And I'm so sorry. Yolanda, and I was going to say that, you guys, yes, I had a brain freeze for a second. We're live. It happens. It didn't get edited out, so don't worry about it. Miss Yolanda and Dr. Brooks. So I just wanted you guys to meet today on today's show because you ladies are both doing amazing things in your community, and I just wanted to introduce you guys. So as you see, Miss Yolanda, we have put this Fortune 5 water right in your face and right in my face because what we're going to do is we're going to test it out. All right. So, you guys, if you weren't on the show earlier, Miss Brooks here has Fortune 5 water, and she can tell you a little bit more about it again while we get some cups and figure out how we can break this thing open to taste it. So tell us again a little bit more about Fortune 5 waters, Miss Brooks.
Sure. First, I just want to say thank you again for having me for those people who just now tuning in. And congratulations on what you're doing, Yolanda.
Thank you.
I think the community needs more of you or more people like you to get out there to the community and really show what you really have to offer. So thank you for your support and your services in the community.
Well, so you ladies are both very heavy Christian women, and that's the one thing I want to definitely make sure I let our audience know. These women do not play, okay? They are fashion and church gurus. They believe in God and all of that good stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today as well, you guys. But before we go into that,
you need another bottle, the regular plastic bottle water.
We need another plastic bottle?
Yeah, the plastic bottle water to sample it. Yeah. And
so this is what we're doing. So we're going to sample the Fortune 5 water, and then we're going to sample regular water, okay, you guys? And you guys know, y'all know I carry everything in my bag, right? So we're going to see how much I can find in this purse of mine. Don't tell anybody. Shh, I have kids, you know what I'm saying? And when you have kids, you put all types of stuff in this. Move around. Did we have a fresh bottle of water in our pocketbook? Yes, we did. Of course we did. So you guys, I'm just gonna open this one
You
up.
taste the Fortune 5 first.
Okay. So we're gonna open this one.
Then you got to give Miss.
I get to
Yolanda
play
one.
chef today. I get to play, drinking chef today. So we're gonna open up the bottle. And first of all, you guys, see how easy this bottle is to open up, okay? Yes, I love it. It's not the bottle, you guys. That's me. It's me. I have no nails. Oh, stop it.
You don't have to take the whole thing off.
I was. Okay,
Oh, there you
we
go.
Shh. It was my nails. It wasn't the bottle. All right. So, Miss Yolanda,
Pull it off.
we're going to give you the first
Just
taste.
pop it off. There you go.
I was trying not to touch it
Yeah.
with my hands.
Yeah.
So, look, you guys. Y'all see that's really coming out of there, right? All right. Look at that. It's nice and clear.
That's good. And then
Oh,
do the
man.
other one. Do the other one.
Okay.
I just love the way it opens.
Look at that. And FYI, you guys, these bottles are made so you out, you could just drink it like just so you know.
Exactly. So you don't need a cup when you're out and about.
Right. But for today's purposes, we are using a cup. If we can hand that to her. All right. Let's see how fashionable I can drink this water, you guys. Let's see.
Now
That
pour
was
some of the other one.
refreshing.
Now pour some of the other one.
I think my loop is gone already.
I received that.
Amen.
Yes.
No, that was really.
You only need a sip of that. That's good. That's all you need.
That's all you need. Don't pour no more. Let me see your cup.
And it's so funny. I just had some water before
That's
I
good.
came in here, and I'm just tasting the difference already. So.
Right. I'm like, hold on now. Let's see.
That's what I'm saying. I tasted the difference already in the water. This is definitely, yes.
I'm not gonna say y'all name, but y'all water was not purified.
That's okay. I'm gonna have to get some of this Fortune water.
Let
right
me tell
here.
y'all
Alkaline
something.
Water. Yes, ma'am.
All that is going in here. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna need y'all, the studio audience. Y'all need to get some. Okay, because this is good. And hold on, y'all. Seriously, call me what you want. I'm about to see how it feels to drink it straight from the bottom. Let's see.
Did she call her?
You guys, like, it's even better from the bottle. Okay, like,
Because when you're at an event, there's no way if you have a $500 dress on or a $1,200 dress on, Chanel dress on.
I know,
A
right?
Coco Chanel. No, Coco. No, I'm sorry. IKEA Chanel.
IKEA
dress.
Chanel.
I'm sorry.
I'll take Coco.
An
No, I
IKEA
ain't gonna
Chanel
do
dress
brown.
on,
Little
and you're
Coco.
walking through the crowd, and you're with your peers, and you're not a drinker, and you walk around with a plastic bottle of water. It's not the same. So.
It's that part for me. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's that part for me. I never even envisioned it that way. You can be at a party. Let's say you're not supposed to drink.
Or you're blending in with your peers.
Or you're blending,
Yeah.
right. And you don't want to drink. You don't want to,
It's social. It's a social connection. It's a social networking.
This
talking
is a talking piece. It
is.
really is. And a person would assume, first of all, a person may assume that you're getting
One of my customers actually got
twisted
pulled over by the
with
police.
vodka. And how silly did that police officer feel
They
when
got
it ended
pulled
up
over by
being
the police
water?
because the police officer thought that they was drinking alcohol.
Oh, honey, we was getting real
The police
toasty.
officer actually took a picture of it, of the bottle, and ordered some.
There needs to be a way for you to induct them police officers into starting a movement with the water bottles, okay? Because they might want to start drinking some alkaline
They
water. Y'all
need
can
some.
pretend like you was drinking the vodka rate with your boys, and but it's water, okay? I'm not playing with you right there. That is just amazing. I don't want to turn. It's like now I don't want to turn this
Don't
bottle
turn
to
it
the
around.
camera.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell y'all something. This not going back in my purse. This is though, okay? And I'm going to finish this off. Because what is really cool though about this with you, Miss Brooks, is that I watched you go out to the mountains and test this water yourself. And to know that, you have your hands all the way in it. That's just profound.
To me, it's almost like second nature now, because again, when you hear God's voice tell you to move about something, it becomes a mission.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a purpose at that point. So you're not seeking fame. You're not seeking, oh, I'm the best, I'm the this and that. You let people speak for your product.
Oh, honey, this water
And you
speaks
speak for your
itself.
for it. I mean, it speaks for itself, basically. So when you do sample the product and you do test it and you do try it, I always tell people to try it against any water that you think is the best. Don't even tell me what it is. I don't care what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We stand by our product 100%.
So I'm getting a rotation today. Okay, this can come to my house because you have it in the big gallon thing too.
Well,
right?
I'm still redesigning that because
Okay.
we have 4 gallons that sits on top of the water dispensers.
Mhm.
They are COVID friendly, so they are recyclable, 100% recyclable
Mhm.
jugs that sits on top of your water coolers in your home, your office, or wherever.
So,
And
so for example, Yolanda's church, this would be something really good for the church too, right?
Absolutely.
banquets, caterers, you name
Yeah.
it, event planners, you name it.
I'm also an event planner, so I'm like, this would definitely, I'm like, I have something coming up, so I can definitely get some to support and definitely put on an event because it's an elegant event that's going to be coming
Yeah.
up. So I'm definitely.
That's wonderful.
Tell me about
Fantastic.
that, Yolanda, your events and stuff.
Well, it's like second nature to me also. It's just like since I do hair, I reached out, of course, and just started doing event planning. So I just had an event last weekend,
Mhm.
and it was a basic regular cabaret, but the proceeds went to cancer. St. Jude's.
Very good. St. Jude's is one of my favorites.
So we gave to that. The next one's coming up in March. And that's what's going to be a definitely big production. It's a birthday party, but it's going to be a very elegant birthday party. It's not something that you can just throw on some jeans and sweatpants. It's not happening.
Oh, that's come
So-
correct. Come
You have
fashionable
to come
and correct.
Absolutely. And, when I set this tone for an event, I just want to set it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And for this water bottle will definitely set it correctly. And I can just like have them on the tables at, 4 or 5 bottles on the table and just be like, hey, yes, we can do this. So definitely.
How do you
Good.
think your youth, the youth at your church, would respond to, say, the alkaline over alcohol movement?
Believe it or not, they will actually accept it because a lot of our youth nowadays, we have a lot of them that's in sports. So, yes.
She know what I'm getting ready to say.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
in sports and they work out and everything. So definitely a lot of them has switched over to alkaline water. So it's like, okay, just trying to find the best one for them. What is the issue? So
We do have in production right now. We do have a plastic bottle water that we're looking at right now. So that's not in full production yet. So
Okay.
we're looking to launch that in the forecast sometime next year, maybe next summer.
Okay.
So that is definitely a plus because there are people and also teams and other sporting arenas that are interested in the product itself without it being in glass because they need to be able to put it inside of their lockers. At the gym, there's different arenas and places that prohibit glass to where they put it in their gym bags and things like that, to where they would need to have some type of safeguard without the glass shattering when they toss their book bags or whatever the case is. So it will still have and maintain the same quality and integrity of the brand as well as the content that's within the brand in the bottle itself. So they have the same thing, but we're potentially looking at the electrolyte aspect of it. Not really certain, but we're looking for more of a natural electrolyte aspect to order as an additive. We're not really certain yet. But there are multiple water sources that I have access to, not just for the Appalachian Mountains, but there's different ranges, midpoints throughout the Appalachian Mountains that I have access to. So the Appalachian Mountains, as you may know, is in the eastern region or the Midwest of the United States. So it ranges from Canada down to Mississippi. The mountain ranges, it covers about 420 counties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's huge.
Yeah, about 42 million, either 42 million, I can't remember the numbers, either 24 million or 42 million people that it covers as far as having access in their homes and things like that. So, yeah.
That's amazing, you
Yeah.
guys. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this 2 beautiful African American women out here giving back to the community. They are fixing you from the inside out. You hear me? Dr. Brooks is healing you inside. Yolanda is getting you fly on the outside. And Miss Chanel here, I'm just going to go ahead and get you all dolled up from head to toe, and then we're going to drink some water that y'all think is alcohol, but it's not, because it's water. It's, the thing is for me, you guys, it's just amazing, because if I was sitting somewhere, I would really make it a point to be funny. Like, oh, you think I'm drunk? I'm not drunk. I'm drunk off of health. I'm drunk off of good water.
You'd be a healthy
this
drunk.
This is not vodka. Right. Could be a healthy drunk. Okay. And so I just want to also say to you and Yolanda that the fashion show that's coming up in February, I think it is something that you both would love to visit.
Oh, absolutely.
You yourself, you're fashionable. You love fashion, in and out. Ms. Dr. Brooks loves it too, but you already know for me, I'm going to say, come with the bottles, show them the bottles, pass them out to the models. Models, y'all need to buy these bottles and drink this water before you hit the runway. And for you, I'm going to say, bring your youth. See if they want to be in the show. Do you have young ladies or men that aspire to be
yes,
like?
I do.
Do
yes,
you?
Yes, I do. I really do. It's like 4 different of our young women that actually do modeling. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to need you to bring them to me. In fact, if you guys are watching Yolanda right now and you are one of those persons that she's talking about, please go to Atlanta Fashion Week, AtlanticFashionWeek.com. Apply as a model. And in the comment area, I want you to put Yolanda. That way, I know where you came from. And maybe, I might help you get into the show. Shh. So I'm just playing. Miss Bowling and Mr. Bowling not messing with me. They let on who they want to let on, but I'm sure you can come. So if you are aspiring to be a model, a designer, if you have a brand that you want to put out there, anything like that, I need you to make sure you contact me at fashiontalktv.com. Don't be shy. Send pictures. If you don't have any pictures, call me. I'll come to you. I'll help you take pictures of your garments. We can get it out there. If you have a company, it doesn't have to be a water-based company. Maybe you have a hair product that you're, putting together in your kitchen. Maybe you have some type of, garment that you're making or furniture that you're building, anything like that. Be sure to give us a call and let us know so that we can bring you on today's show. Because although we are Fashion Talks, fashion is worldwide. Fashion covers a little bit of everything. Wouldn't that be right?
That is correct. That is correct. Yes. Before we leave, I just want to say thank you so much for having me here. I want to give my contact information. You can go to fortune5water.com. Or you can go to Fortune 5 Company, Fortune and the number 5company.com. You can also reach us on social media at fortune5.com, but social media for us, Twitter and Instagram at Fortune 5 as well. And thank you very much. I do appreciate you having me on the show, and look forward to coming back again.
You will be,
Yolanda.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much as a fly-by-night special guest. But yes, my contact information as far as hair, I am at Unique Cut Studio, 7774 Marlboro Pike in District Heights, Maryland. And my church, where our ministry is New Samaritan Baptist Church on 1100 Florida Avenue, Northeast. Social media for the shop is Unique Cuts Hair Studio on Facebook, Instagram. My personal stuff for mine is Styles by Yo. On Instagram, my Facebook information, I do post my stuff as Yolanda Moore. I have also my Instagram again is Sassy B Fly on Instagram, that I also have my beautiful stuff on. For the church, it's New Samaritan Baptist Church.org.
Amen. I'll be checking all of that out. Right, and just really quick, you guys, you know where to find me. FashionTalksTV.com. Your own Ikea Chanel. Thank you for coming. It was so much fun having you. And I will see you guys next week for a secret topic.